following is a presentation of MRE UNO, Division 2.
Hello everyone and welcome to the first stream of the round of 32 for Archery April here in D2. I will be your streamer for today, G-Man, and we have what may be the most entertaining match of the round for the right and wrong reasons. It's going to be number 1 seeded February Flurry finalist Mark going up against fan favorite number 9 seeded Rana with their patented Rana UNO going on to the stream today in the round 32 match to be the second one of the round. First, our opening was last night at 10 o'clock with Deleted and Captain Gaming going at it. That was a great back and forth series, but in the end, Captain Gaming was able to get the win 4-3 and move on to his first round of 16. And we'll see who does the same here in this matchup. This will be the only match for today, but we do have a very, very large slate for tomorrow, 5 games. Again, won't go through the entire thing here, but just for a quick summary, Taco Shadow Hunter kicks off the day at 12:30. Then our only stream of the day, Pikachu Emmy will be at 2:30, and then King of Red Sky doubleheader 3 p.m. in the Arrow region, and then 4 p.m. Jamie KGist, and then closing out the day 5:30 My Hail Arnhem in what will be the third 1 seed going at it of the remaining 1 seeds. Looking at the bracket here, again, this is technically Mark's first tournament game of the tournament. Had the DQ win in the round of 64, so not necessarily the start he was hoping for, but has some good momentum riding from the last tournament, hoping to carry it over here. Rana running in with some a good amount of pipe though, as they were able to get the 4-0 sweep on James in the last round, first sweep in her career. Going into this round, so she's carrying some momentum of her own as she looks to bring her antics into this game and make it to the round of 16 for what will be only the second time in her career. And then on the lower half here, Amazing Pikachu, Emmy both win 4-1. Didn't have too many issues in that one. They'll be playing tomorrow on stream at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That will be a good one to watch out for, so I make sure to tune in for that one. But right now we have Mark and Rana going at it over here in the upper half of the Bow region. All right, let's jump over to the stream. I'm joined by Yoshi here. I don't know if Nick wants to jump in for some commentary, but we'll go with the Yoshi to start off. But yeah, I mean, for Mark, originally Mark was kind of in this category with Rana, where it's a bit chaotic, but I think over the last few tournaments, he's really been able to establish himself as a contender. Is definitely one of the favorites out of the remaining field to maybe go all the way. And then you go for Rana, which is the opposite end of the spectrum, which is just complete chaos and I guess a lot of fun while they're at it. But any thoughts on these two going at it and just the general expectation for what could very much be a very chaotic match?
Yeah, no, this is going to be an interesting matchup. I know Rana is aware that they've actually played against each other in the exact same tournament last year. Only difference here is that instead of that being the first round, this is the second round. And, well, we have a lot of differences now. But I think the big thing that's going to make this an interesting match is how the cards play out, obviously, and also how Mark will handle the play style that Rana does. I mean, we know what she likes to do, and it works really well against James. So we'll see if she can she can make a big upset happen. I mean, if we remember from last tournament or the last time they played, it actually did go to the last game. So at the very least, Rana knows that she could definitely make this at least a close game. to maybe where she can snag the win at the end. We'll see what happens though. I think the chaos could definitely go in her favor, but if it doesn't, then she may have to change up her strategy to make sure that she can find another way to win.
All right, we'll quickly go over to Nick here, who's the unofficial rules analyst or pit reporter, whichever way you want to go with that. But Nick, I mean, I know Rana is one of your favorite players to watch out for in D2, but when it comes to Mark, definitely going to be a bit of a challenge today. What do you think on her end she needs to do to be able to get the win?
I think she just needs to ride the momentum that she's been coming in. I mean, obviously coming off of her first sweep of her career, she's going to be coming in with more momentum than she ever has for any other D2 match. I think despite the seeds, I think that Mark is a decent matchup for her in the fact that he does have weaknesses and they have played in the fort. They've played in the past before, so yeah. I mean, she's just gonna keep being herself. It's really hard to predict what exactly will happen when you're looking over a Rana match, but we'll try our best up here.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But again, going back to that first encounter last season, in that one, Mark was able to walk away with a 3-2 victory. Rana looking to even the score here in a best of 7 this time, and Mark looking to show that not much has changed since then. But we will see what happens. We'll go to the players here. We'll start with Mark. It again had a great run in February. Not quite the start you're hoping for in April with the DQ win, but you are here in the Ro32 again. This is going to be an interesting challenge for you going into this one, but you have beaten Ron in the past. What do you feel you need to do to be able to get the job done again this time?
Yeah, I think I just gotta warm up, get the dust off, and just play like I did last time, man.
All right. And then for Rana, again, if you want to answer through text, you can. But had a really good showing in the round of 64, and now you head to the round of 32, looking to make it back to the round of 16. What do you feel you're gonna do today to get the win here over Mark and score probably would be one of the biggest wins of your career so far? Mark is being obliterated. Simple, not complex. All right. Short and straight to the point. So, that being said, Yoshi will be the ref. So, Mark has the first call, and we will see what Mark is going to go with here to start things off.
Yeah, the classic big statements from Rana. We'll see if she doesn't eat those words. But here we go. Yellow 2 start.
I'm actually going to switch the text here because it looks ugly. I'm just going to make it white. There we go. Much better. But anyway, start with the yellow 6. We'll see what Rana goes with. Rana believes Mark has another yellow, and some of the antics begin.
Yeah, the thing is, the Rana, she's known as the #1 leader in the league in terms of tomfoolery. Mark is one where he will engage with tomfoolery at least a little bit, so we'll see how just far down the rabbit hole this goes throughout the match.
Well, it's going down in the numbers right now as we go to the yellow 1 here. We'll see if we keep running the yellow or maybe get a switch or even just a draw. All right, going back up to the yellow 5. It's kind of a bit of a back and forth on what numbers we have.
Okay, really testing her analysis on these games, and we saw it was able to work against James. So really, to her, there's no reason not to go for it again. Maybe she can get the switch on this 5 to really see what happens, or she could test the yellow. We'll see.
Right, up to 3.
All right, seeing if he has another yellow. Might not because he did switch into red.
No, she's 2 for 2 on her analysis so far. She's still hot from her analysis skills from last match.
That is true. That was a big part in helping Rana get the win there. So,
Ooh, and look at that! Really expecting a lot of reds here. We'll see if Rana can find a way out of it, but okay, not right now. Maybe just trying to be patient with it. Having the expectation of when they're going to get the run. Okay. Ooh. If that was a run, a huge run, a bit crazy, but just a double play. Yeah, I mean, now sets Rana back.
Yeah, Rana in a bit of a frenzy with the amount of reds that Mark has, but she has come up with a plan here to counter this. We'll see what she does. Mark not liking it. Yeah, that is true. Mark does have 3 cards left. But we'll see what Rana has with her 7. She has a +4. That's the first +4 of the game. And now she runs on the yellow.
Yeah, very interesting. Obviously they started on yellow, so I honestly, of all +4s to go for, this is definitely one of the smarter plays. Because if Mark did truly run out of yellow, he could just draw and not get anything on it, and as he does, end up drawing on this. What is Yeah, let's see what Rana can do now. Can she continue to run on yellow? No,
Ooh, another
what?
+4.
Oh. Oh boy.
Big run here. And the
Is
+2.
this could be game. Oh
Big
my
ammo here.
goodness.
Blue skip, and Rana Uno is off to what would be a great start here. With the blue 0. 3
Wow.
minutes 26 seconds. Big start for Rana here as she goes up 1-0.
I don't know if I would have been concerned about 3 cards if you had that hand.
Well,
But
it's
fair
it's
enough.
the Rana antics, so a lot of mind games and a lot of chaos. So Rana taking full advantage of it in game 1. Now she goes up 1-0. Mark didn't seem like much you could do there, but was able to run it down. Anything you take away from that first game? Oh wow, it's a double +4 for the +2, so that actually ended up backfiring horribly. But
I think that's just how it goes.
yeah, and then Rana got the game 1 win. Any thoughts as we head into game 2 with the advantage? Yeah, a interesting start here. Mark is clearly being obliterated, as I said before. I mean, that was an obliteration with the ammo in the first game. So we'll see what happens in these remaining games. Hopefully a little bit more balance, because you never like to see a massive blowout on the ammo. But good start for Rana here. But Mark has the game 2 call. +2.
That's funny. Like, this is like the second, the I remember when I got +2 to my first game, literally like 2 hours ago, I got a +4 off of it, which is interesting. Like, we're seeing these early +2s resulting in getting the other player getting a lot of good cards. I mean, obviously, I don't expect that to be a trend, but it's just interesting. But yeah, okay, Mark already making his next pick.
So we'll see how this goes. Game 2. And we start with the yellow.
Same color?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, same color as the before, not the same number, but yellow one did come early last game, but
Yeah, we will see what the plan here is for Rana now. She always has a plan, that's for sure.
Mark
But
dishing out his plan to Rana
ooh.
here on how he's going to win this game. We'll see how Rana adapts. Rana going
Very
to,
interesting.
doing the computations, pulling out the calc, which for those not in the know, calc that's calculator for short. But
Yeah, just making sure that chat knows. No, I think it's very interesting that Mark is now starting to play a little bit more into the antics. He's trying to fight fire with fire here, but when you're going up against Rana in the field of antics, you're just gonna end up getting burnt most of the time. But we'll see if Mark is able to change the theory on that.
all right, there's the first ditto of the game. Goes
yeah,
with the yellow one.
that is a ditto to play. Especially, Mark kind of saying that, oh, I have a lot of yellows, but obviously it's just antics for sure.
Does Rana have a lot of yellows also?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're just running down. I feel like someone's gonna run out
You
at
already
some
played the yellow
point.
0, so you're good, Mark.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a lag there, but not really gonna do anything since there's only one yellow 0 in the deck, so not really revealing anything there. But Rana pulling out some of the goldfish tactics here with the 5. We'll see if she gets that, but
Yeah, I was hoping maybe we was expecting a switch, but unfortunately, Mark is keeping it. Oh, but
Oh,
Rana actually
green
having the
0.
0.
This will be a disaster for Mark as his 5 yellow fives will be his 5 yellows will be stranded. Once
For
once
sure, for
Rana
sure.
plays the right command.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting on that.
Waiting on the proper command.
Oh
Oh,
no, goes with the wild red instead.
Whoa, wait a
the
minute.
calculations. The
Calculations
calculations needed to be
Changing it
adjusted a
up.
little
Oh,
bit.
that's okay. Maybe the mistype was like maybe the gods telling her, don't switch to green.
Maybe. I mean, red skip. And the red
Double
too.
play.
Ooh, and the switch the blue here. Tied up.
Yeah,
Rana with
even
the advantage
game.
though.
But wait, is this blue good for Rana? Oh,
That is true.
oh boy.
We saw the last time what happened when Rana got scared, so
He's able to play.
let's see. Blue one.
Interesting.
No other options.
Ooh, okay. Hold on.
And
So Rana
Oh,
doesn't
there's the
have
5.
Mark did have the 5.
Wait, he actually did. That's interesting. Oh
And
wow.
again,
no, Rana looking for the.
there's some of the mind games there that Rana likes pulling out. And
Yeah, I
another
was gonna say the
+4.
Yeah.
+4. I expected that off of what she said there, knowing that. Oh, just kidding.
Curry
She's gonna have.
+4.
Oh,
That's gonna
Oh
be a three
my
bagger to the finish
god.
here.
with the green
So,
0 at the end?
The green
Uh,
The
1 this
green
time.
0
wait.
didn't even exist.
No green
What is
0.
this?
Insane gameplay right now.
The Rana Uno mind
She's
games
pulling out all the
go
stops.
strong, but it's a 4-0 on the wilds overall, 3+4s and a wild to boot. So, Rana able to find it. Mark only with a +2 so far in the end, which is kind of wild. But Rana, the really good start so far. You get the first 2 games, and now you have the homestand. Any takeaways from these first 2? Any takeaways from the first 2 games going into game 3? Rana Uno will take me through. Yeah, there's a lot of Rana Uno fans pleased right now with the results all of this right now. But we will see how this goes because definitely not over yet. For Mark, not the strongest start here, but we've seen you make some of these comebacks before. Anything you feel you might need a slight adjustment for going into game 3 to try to make things back in your favor?
I feel like I need to code them my side. I had 2 wild there. I don't think they would have done anything, but just gotta keep playing.
All right. Yeah, we'll go to Nick here quickly on this one. I mean, we take a look at the stats here. Only 1 Uno draw so far in the entire series, with that being Mark, and then the cards drawn with 2 with the +2, but both of them were +4s, and then Mark with a lot of the ammo being thrown at him, 17 draws. Anything you take away from that so far with how this started?
I mean, Rana did explain to us how she's been in the MRE UNO bots DMs and making good friends with him over the break from round of 64 to round of 32. So it seems like that's working out right now. She's getting a vast majority of the ammo. This she might have to consider that a little bit when it comes to picking her card start here, because if the luck continues to be on her side, does she want to just keep on rolling the dice, pick something like 5, or does she ever in a million years think of doing a high card start? She's got to pick the right card start here to get the momentum going.
I mean, we've seen both. We've seen both from Rana before, so we'll see what she does. Goes into game 3, and also Mark Uno is washed. All right, goes with 7. So almost went with a full send.
Jeez, yeah. I think the interesting thing here is, we've seen 2 sides of this where one player gets the hands to start, and either we get a whiplash where things turn around, or the momentum just keeps going. And I mean, it's clear that like that sweep at the beginning from Rana in the first round, it seems to be continuing. Honestly, like it's like a continuation of that. Really, just getting the cards, being able to take advantage of Mark not having much to work with, and just utilizing her hands well. Even if it's powerful, it's a powerful hand, but sometimes there's a way to mess it up, and Rana knows not to in those scenarios. We'll see what happens now as they stay on red to start. Oh yeah, Rana with the early ditto too on the start.
Yeah. I will say that the perfect Uno tournament where she goes completely flawless and loses 0 games is still in play for Rana. So if she is able to keep this momentum, we could be looking at our champion here. It's a little early, but just a fun stat.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it would. Yeah, we could see a record, you know, after White Spider's record of like 13-0 or something like that. We could see that for sure. If it, you know, if anyone could do it, Rana, it could be Rana. Not okay, but the interesting thing here is okay. They had a bit of chain of cards where not much talking went on, but
+2.
okay. Hold on though.
Mark going with the Mark trying to be a little aggressive here. Hasn't really been getting much of the ammo so far, but decides to jump on it.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really know. It's an interesting move because he could have played that a turn earlier. So opting to do it right after is maybe, you know, he could be setting up for a finish. But we'll see what Rana is going to plan here.
Yeah. Mark asking nicely for no +4. And
Ooh,
for now
okay.
doesn't do it. Stays with the yellow.
Yellow 3, yellow 1. He keeps it yellow as well. So, you know, Mark, if he does have it,
Switch
this could
to
be his
green.
first +4 of the game.
Could this help Mark
If he
though?
gets it here.
No, he has a +4. So and
I
actually
was
it is green.
thinking-
So a slight miscalculation. Oh my god. No.
Oh
No.
no.
Actually no, Rana was right. Mark had no
Yeah.
greens, he just had 2 wilds. So
Rana never makes a mistake like that.
alright.
Well, the sweep streak is over. I think a lot of us jinxed it. Okay.
I apologize, Rana. I didn't mean to jinx it.
Alright, but Mark gets one back here, and these have been relatively quick games so far, so I think that this has been a relatively quicker pace throughout this series, but 2-1 now, Mark with a big win there to put himself on the board and get some momentum back, but yeah, but Mark will go to you. I mean, again, there's still only been one Uno draw in this entire series so far. Kind of just was able to run through the motions to get that one done. Just any thoughts on being able to get the win there and possibly making this what would essentially become a best of 3?
Definitely, it's always just been like good luck. She got good luck Fifth 2 game. I got good luck this game. So just gotta keep with it. Not much either of us could have done.
All right, Rana having to scold the Uno bot for the loss there. But Rana didn't get the win there. Unfortunately, will not be a 30-0 tournament win. But still up 2-1 right now. But any thoughts going into game 4 on what you need to do to try and make it 3-1 instead of 2-2?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could say at this point is, so far we got a trend of the away team ending up getting the win so far. Obviously, with Mark picking the first 2 cards, Ron ended up winning that one. Rana picks 7 cards, Mark wins it. So we'll see if that continues for this next game.
Right.
But definitely a battle where both players are getting hands. But I wonder what will happen when we start to see like both players having like ammo and how they end up using it.
Yeah, because so far it's been mostly lopsided on who has the ammo, but we'll see if we get a game where both have it. In terms of a real back and forth, and not just like someone has 3+4s, and then someone has just like a wild counter. But for Rana, honestly, just a little bit betrayed by the bot, so I'm processing that, but we're making up in DMs. We'll see how much those negotiations go, as Rana's gonna have the game 4 start. Just can't pick 9.
Yeah, it could be a big decision here.
All right, goes
But,
back to 7. Gonna try to run it back.
Okay, interesting.
So the red 3. That's gonna be
Yeah,
the
so
opener.
2 yellow starts and 2 red starts. Is this where
It seems like at least on the surface, those negotiations did not go well here.
oh boy.
The marriage is not
Wow.
happening.
Oh man.
This could be where we start see. Ooh, okay.
Oh,
Well, this could be where
interesting
we
that
start seeing more draws. Maybe it's a game where both players don't have much ammo, or Rana is just completely making this up, and actually has a good hand, but because you don't know, it's Rana, right?
Yeah, I mean, I
Ooh,
will
early
say
plus
that
two. Early +6.
whenever she makes, yeah.
Oh my
Oh.
God.
Ooh, Rana's a little
Okay.
confused. For the 12, uses the actual Uno table command, which we don't see a lot. And Rana Rana a little bit displeased by that.
That is, yeah. I mean, it's an aggressive move, but like sometimes you can throw down a +6, and the opponent could just get nothing. It could be a calculated risk here. Maybe Mark having more in the tank even after those 3 cards, and kind of expecting Rana to not get much. But I think if Rana has a chance, she's got to fire back here. I don't think you can let Marks go to blue like this without doing something.
All right, Rana's gonna organize a new plan here to adapt to the +6 in the wild. But this is another good start for Mark. I'm wondering if this ends up being another situation where wonder if this is a situation where the away side actually ends up getting a lot of ammo here, because that's really what we've been seeing so far.
Yeah, that's the trend we're looking at the moment. But I think really what also could be a big factor. We don't see a lot of games where, I think these two players like to save up their cards where they have +4s or +2s, because they may be afraid to give the players good cards off of it. So it's definitely it's definitely understandable. But Mark, I think you have to respect Mark for trying something different here. He did say he didn't want to use the last time he did use a +2, it gave Rana 2 +4s. But now he's going for a +6, and even earlier than last game. So definitely, I like the mix up for Mark here, trying something different and forcing Rana to organize a new plan.
Yeah, it's taken a while for that plan to get organized, but we'll see what she comes up with. But yeah, maybe a bit of a nudge, maybe a bit of a nudge here. Mark is requesting the red. Yeah, bit of a slowdown here. All right. So 3 minutes later, Rana comes back, has a new plan. We will see what she goes with here. Operation SDEC HKK is going into motion. Had to go into the notes, had to go into her underground lair to grab the file for it, and opens up with a +2.
This
And
could be could have been a clapback +6, but actually just looking to be a +2 into a switch into yellow. So I mean, obviously you want to switch out of that blue. Even giving a +2, like giving a +2 is good, but keeping a blue is pretty risky still. And wow,
Okay.
going for almost just of an aggressive move as Mark
no.
did.
Okay.
Okay, a
I
double
thought for a
play.
second Rana was just not Rana, Mark was just gonna end it there, but no, just a double.
It could be, there's always the possibility that could be the setup for the finish, though. That's the thing. We'll see.
Because you
Negated that +2.
because you played 4 cards. There's the green 8, and now it'll say 7. Do a little bit of counting down here. Mark rolling it down.
All right. Well, Marcus, maybe to some people's surprise, is actually being able to work with this green switch.
Wouldn't ditto.
I mean, all Rana can do is just hope that things work out. But
Ooh,
no,
found the
the
switch.
Ditto actually, Ditto coming back to bite Rana here.
At 2 cards, so not a call out.
Just missing the mark that.
At 6 cards,
Okay.
at 6 cards, so not a call out.
A little bit early.
Maybe if we were playing Dose, that would work.
Okay. This could be. Oh no.
Oh, and
Yeah, this could
that's the
be.
first draw for Rana all series, and that is
Yeah,
not what she needs.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
It
this
might
could be
game maker.
the. Never mind. I
And
don't know what I
another
was gonna say,
+4
but it's
finish.
gonna be
Oh
the
my
game.
lord,
Yeah,
550
there
on that one, and now it is tied 2-2. The away side has just been very strong on the ammo here. And
What is
right.
okay? This is crazy, man.
All right, so
we got a little.
now both players are fighting for the respect of the MRE UNO bot in the DMs.
It's a love triangle with the Uno bot and these two competitors. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before.
All right, and this is the story we're going with for this Rana UNO match. Wild stuff here, but for Mark, got the win there, 2-2, but it seemed like the away side has been really strong thus far, and you are going on to the away side for game 5. What do you anything you feel you could adjust to maybe try to break the trend so far and put yourself in a big advantage, possibly going to game 6?
Just need to keep the ball on my side.
All right, it's gonna be a battle for the bot's feelings, and then for Rana, second to okay, all right. So for Rana, any comments after the last 2 games with the bot, and anything you look towards doing in game 5?
All right. Well, things are getting intense between the bot and these players. I mean, would
I think Rana is DMing the bot right now.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it's proven that's what's the most important thing between these two competitors right now. It doesn't surprise me at all that they're immediately going back to the bot's DMs.
Yeah, I mean relations with the bot are huge when it comes to doing well. I mean, you look at you look at an example with what's it called? We just saw it before. I'm blanking out on this for some reason, but ALP for example, terrible relations with the bot, and he got absolutely destroyed and somewhat hosed in his D1 match the past round. So and then you look at someone like Drip or actually no, better example with
Myth.
Drip. Myth, or Ghost actually, has great
Ghost,
relations
yes.
has great relations with the bot to negotiate a deal to get the win there. So that does play a big factor here. And yeah,
Yeah.
I think
And there are no other factors that go into whether you
There's
win.
I mean, it depends on the. Well, okay. I mean, yeah, I don't think Ron has any comments on this game specifically. We could probably just.
Short bringing up
Yeah,
a good
I think
idea
we'll
that the bot is a strong, independent man who don't need no partner in his life.
Alright. I think
That
we'll just
might
jump.
force
I think
both of these competitors to go back to the drawing board.
I do think we'll jump to game 5 though, because I don't want to
Good
hold off
idea.
on this for that long. But Mark will have the call here. Just can't pick 7, so we'll see what he goes with. 1 on 7 last 2 games. It goes up to 10. It's Mark's call. It's game 5. All right. Yellow. Well, it's a little too late to change his mind. But start with the 10. Go with the yellow 4. I don't think he can choose 20.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe if you draw 10 times, but don't actually do that.
Don't actually do that, please. All right. Yellow 2.
Alright. So yeah, so interesting how. Hold on. So during Mark's card starts, all the card starts have been yellow so far, actually.
Right, Rana
And
with an intriguing hand.
yeah, Rana hoping that things can work out this time, knowing that the trend should be, according to the trend, things should be going in her favor for this game. But with the switch into yellow, that we'll see if that
We'll switch in the
what that
green.
does here. Okay.
Rana not pleased with the yellow here, so that's why she went with the early switch.
So it gets the green 4.
Interesting. Notes down the observation of the green 4. And another switch. So light switching here from Rana.
So wondering what he has, not knowing if what he had, not. Oh, wait.
I will say this also as we go into this one. This will actually be Mark's 100th career game for D2 in the regular season. So he is the first player to do that. Well, we could have a little bit of a recap of what he's done overall after this game, but Mark looking to win game 100 here on this. I mentioned this in the reveal show and I still forgot about it somehow, but this will be game 100 for Mark in the regular season.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like for someone from D2 to play that many games, Uno history. That's not
That
no.
is,
You
not-
that's
No, I would say he was talking about how him reaching 100 games is Uno history.
oh
He's not. He doesn't.
okay.
He's
he
deafened.
is the
He can't
he
even
is
hear
the
us.
he is the first first D2 player
No, I
to
was
do
right.
that.
I was right. Yeah, because I thought he was trying to do Uno history to do the history like that.
You just gotta press the button.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't show that mid game. I mean, they would take up a lot of space. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, clearly they're doing well on the screen, and Rana kind of surprised by that 0. Will she be able to? Ooh, she can do something, but we'll see. Well, actually, maybe. Well, she might draw. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Very
She might just
interesting.
draw. And also, or just use her wild, because why not, right? Flip a coin.
Flip a post-it note. That would be an
Oh
option.
my god.
But
Could also
Many
get
things to
in there.
consider here.
Yeah, well, there's a few things to keep in mind, right? Yeah, like understanding your hand is also good, but if you think that Mark doesn't have much to work with, maybe drawing isn't the best move. Just trying to win with the hand that you have. But yeah, it could come down to that for sure. If you think that switching the color is going to help Mark win, or if it could help you win in the end. But yeah, there's a table check there. Rana in the lead, but I think she might go for the color switch.
and there's the
And there
wild.
it is. Okay. So Mark playing it cool on this yellow. Will Rana be able to cook on the yellow?
Dum dum. Is this
Four a
bagger?
run?
Plus
Oh,
4.
it is gonna.
Bagger.
Yeah, this has got to be
The
it.
away
right?
side has just been so strong,
Oh,
and I mean
oh,
we're seeing that
no.
with the double plus 4.
The
I'm
DMs
sorry,
have been
what?
working. The DMs.
This
It
has
just
been
goes
an away side dominated series so far.
Oh my god. Like, what are we doing?
Mark has still not played a single skip all series so far. But yeah, wow. The away side is absolutely on fire right now. But
I don't know what to say. Like,
then
what?
Rana with the win
I
having
wonder
fun.
if did Mark have anything? Like, I don't think he did, but like, he might have. Okay.
Wilds. Not really much to work with the counter
Well,
that. But
couldn't give Rana extra cards, which is kind of what you needed in that scenario because
he could have had
fair
a rainbow on reverses, but besides that, not really much you could do there. Yeah, the wayside has been so strong on the cards this series, which would in theory give the advantage to Mark here in Game 6, but power play still has not been used, so Rana one away could use it to line up that finish. But
wait, you are You offered Hawaii tickets. Is that would that be your honeymoon?
I suppose that would be. So Mark's gonna have to come up with a better offer here in Game 6. But again, the away side's been really strong, so maybe the bot just likes going away. So that's probably where the Hawaii tickets inspiration came from. But yeah, for Mark, Game 6, you've seen the trend so far. Anything you feel, besides the cards, anything you feel you need to do is just kind of be able to just make sure we get to Game 7 here.
Gotta lock in. I don't know. Keep the bot happy. I don't know.
All right, and before we go into Game 6 here, just a little quick read off here for Mark, since that was his 100th career regular season game. First player in D2 to be able to do that, so big congratulations to him on that. So I'm gonna pull up the stats here, just read it off. But for Mark, been here since the very first tournament for D2 and has accumulated a 10 1-5 record, so 1 DQ win, 10 regular wins, 5 losses. And then overall his game record after that game ends up being 54-46, so pretty good record all things considered for him. Definitely been one of the players who has emerged as a contender this season, has over 10 hours of cumulative Uno, and has around a 6-minute average pace for games, although that's probably going down a bit after this one. But yeah, Mark, it's been 100 career games in the regular season, throwing a few extra with the LCQ. Any thoughts on the amount of time you've been able to play Uno in this league, and just thoughts going forward, especially after you've had such a strong last few tournaments, and now we go into Game 6 here?
Yeah, I'm glad to be able to play so much. Hopefully I'll be able to play more this tournament, but if I don't, hopefully I'll be able to see 100 more.
All right, we will see what happens. And then I feel like Ron is gonna ask this, so I'm gonna just pull this up really quickly. But for Rana, she still has a whopping 49 more games to go before she reaches 100, so she's a little bit further away. But we'll see if we eventually get to that point. Work in progress. That is a good way to put it. You are more than halfway there though, so that's something. But Yoshi, just any thoughts on Mark's career to this point before we jump into Game 6, and his ability to be able to be the first D2 player to get to 100 regular season starts?
Yeah, it's definitely impressive, right? I mean, there are a lot of players who started off who were in the first. Well, okay, well, not a lot, but there of the players who were here since the beginning. I mean, there's only so many that are here now. But yeah, Mark really stuck it out no matter how far he got or how quickly he lost. Definitely committed to this league for sure, and is willing to kind of play whenever and whenever, you know. And I think he's really figured out a strategy. I mean, obviously, right now it's not working right. It's not working right now, but it's maybe not to his fault. But you know, if we go off of like what happened last tournament, I mean, there's really something there that you can always look back at, understanding that Mark is definitely someone you always have to watch out for. And even if he loses this match, I feel like he's still going to be a threat to make the championship. We'll see. You know, we've seen quite a bit of top guys like bouncing, like kind of falling after having a good performance in the first tournament. So he wouldn't be the first one, but as far as his career overall, it's very cool to see his commitment to playing every season, and you know, really just being a part of this league where, he may have showed up late during the first time that strike systems were in place, but I mean, he's improved in that. He's also improved his game. I mean, it doesn't come as too much of a surprise that he's gotten 100 games, but yeah, like just very respect him as a player for sure.
Alright, so that'll do it for the little ceremony. We'll do a little ball clap here for that, but now we'll jump into game 6. Rana will have the call for this one, so we'll see what she goes with.
Really gonna have to do a lot of convincing for this bot to win, for her to win, because as the trend is going so far, Mark is gonna probably win this one. So there's gonna be a lot of convincing Braun's gonna need to do. We'll see what she picks here. And okay. I'm not sure if she's taking her time or if she's
Sometimes the ping just helps a little bit, but it might be. But that was a bit of a prolonged in between games to just kind of talk about the 100 career starts. But yeah, KT usually does it in D1. I actually simply forgot to do it before the game, but after the game, at least you got it.
this is
hold
actually
on.
this is crazy.
Rana is going 7 again. Mark has won all of his games on 7, so this is a very bold strategy.
Is
it's
this
a
like
wild +4
that's crazy.
start.
Hold
Oh
on.
my god.
This is like this might be the first time I've seen someone going for 7 3 times in a row, or so the same number 3 times in a row, really banking on the fact that they're gonna win at some point. And yeah, the +4, you know, that is a that can be very good for Rana, especially both have the power play. She can definitely get a power play finish here with just the right start.
Ooh, and
Mark
Mark
gonna
might have foiled,
instantly
Mark might have
switch.
foiled that for Rana. That's kind of the thing with the +4 starts. Sometimes you get the free choice on what you want, and that could give a show on what you do.
Oh,
But sometimes you kind of use it where it's the mind games there. Rana, of course, all
Rana
knowing,
knows.
has the double yellow one to cover it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Rana has a plan.
That is a good play there, and Mark
And it's
actually is
actually
forced to
gonna
draw.
force the draw.
That's a good start for Rana.
Wow. I mean, now we'll see what Rana's hand is. Maybe she's got a draw as well. But if she does have it, oh,
Might have well put herself
yeah, I
into
was
a
gonna
corner
say.
here.
I was gonna say it wouldn't have surprised me if she had to draw there, but honestly, not the worst outcome.
This is gonna be the first time we have any sort of
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
draws,
Draw
really,
City, yeah.
in this entire
this
series,
time.
because it's been one-off draws so far.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse for Rana, but I don't think either of these two particularly enjoy the draw cities, so as soon as they're able to have an opportunity to get out of this, I'm sure we'll be right back to the action.
Yeah, seeming to read the room well. Rana, not the biggest fan of drawing, even if it means they're both drawing. Oh, oh no. Let's see. There's the
Big
aggressive
+4.
+4.
That had to
Just
be top
another
deck.
one. That's another +4 for Rana.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
pulling up the stats again, Rana is up to 6 +4s, so big advantage there.
Yeah, this is.
Mark still
We're
has
really.
not found a single skip. Also,
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how. Yeah, Mark is gonna just throw down a +2 for safety purposes. I think that's fair. Maybe Rana had the power play finish if that didn't happen.
I mean, she would have been down to 4. So
Okay, red 6.
down 1, red 5. Mark really just looking for that draw here because can't have Rana keep rolling on it. Because otherwise she'll be getting close to the finish, and then that'll be the series. Right. Ditto.
Oh, and there's an interesting ditto that Mark might have to take into account. Wow, yeah, actually, he can't do anything.
It's a tough draw for Mark there, especially if Rana keeps things going. This might be trouble.
Rana expected that and is able to switch off of it.
That is the second time Rana has gotten a ditto and then gets to switch into a different color based off a draw. So this is looking really good for Rana right now. Just running the numbers at the
Okay.
moment.
Yeah, I mean, not a power, at least not an overpowered hand.
Switch the green 4.
Mark
That's
just
gonna be
go.
risky.
Wow, Mark taking the risks here, trying to really, um, just play the game, play like a risky game, seeing if one of the risks pay off.
That's oh my god, and that's gonna
Wow.
be it.
Holy.
It was a ruse from the
Wow.
start. Rana gets the win.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Exactly 24 minutes. And that was a very +4 ammo dominated series, but did no power play even needed. And Rana is going to be moving on to the next round. For just the second time in her career, she goes to the round of 16. And Rana Uno is still on a run in Archery April, taking down Mark. Both of the finalists in February are now out of the tournament. So a big win for Rana. We'll go to Rana first. There was a lot of chaos as we were expecting this match, from the negotiations with the bot to the fallout to what ended up probably being a reconvening after negotiating the Hawaii tickets. But any thoughts on the series? Any expectations heading into the round of 16? And how are you feeling about the run so far, as you are now you've now got 2 wins on your belt, and you're heading into the round 16 for the second time in your career? And then while Ron is typing, we'll go to Mark. Obviously not the result you were hoping for. Just did not seem like the cards were in your favor at times today. But unfortunately, the trend broke at the wrong time for you, and you end up on a losing side. 7-2 on the +4s is rough, but any takeaways from this match heading into tournament 3?
Not unfortunate, but I'm just gonna have to keep playing. Hopefully, that tournament goes better for me.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that, but not the result Mark was hoping for. But again, big win for Rana here. She'll be moving on to the next round. And we'll start with Nick here. Big result for Rana here. Any thoughts on this match? Any general things you saw throughout it? And what's the expectation for Rana moving forward in this bracket?
Yeah, this is a huge win for Rana. I don't think many people expected her to be able to perform, but a lot of this was ammo based, but I do think that there's still some fundamentals that Rana does well. She's not 100% antics, and she does know how to play the mind games properly. Looking ahead on the bracket, I believe she either gets
She gets
Amazing
Pikachu or Emmy.
Pikachu or Emmy. Um, that's going to be a really interesting match, no matter who she gets. I think she's just going to have to find a way to continue this momentum heading forward, continue the positive vibes around the bot. She's going to end up getting tested regardless of who she gets, whether it's Amazing Pikachu with his blazing fast speed, or Emmy. She likes to play the long game, long drawn out, draw cities type gameplay. But yeah, I think Rana has a really positive headspace regardless of that, and I think the confidence for her is really key. So, yeah, I'll be looking forward to it regardless of which opponent she gets.
Yeah, we'll see. That'll be an interesting match. That'll be happening tomorrow on stream. Clash of Styles here. We'll see which one comes out on top. But again, a big win for Rana. We'll read the comment, and also, yeah, the entire Final Four from February is out, unfortunately. Luke lost in the round of 64. Mark lost just now. Nathan didn't return. Then Bree also lost in the round of 64. So bit of parity here going into Archery April. We're going to see some new faces in the Final Four here to lock up those playoff spots, and maybe a few other people who get in by the 5 wins. But for Rana Uno is dominating, and I don't think anyone else in the round of 16 realizes what's about to hit them. Mark has been defeated after he murdered in the round of 64 all those months ago. I was able to take down a 100 time player, and so the rest of the people shouldn't be that hard to deal with in the round of 16. So there you have it. Rana moving on. I should probably update the records here. So Rana will be 11-6 now, and then Mark 32 and 23. But yeah, I mean, yeah, if that's wants to be post game quote, feel free. But Yoshi, going off to you as we wrap things up here. Any final thoughts on this match, and anything you feel that was the big difference in this one?
You know, it's hard to say. I don't know. This is definitely an interesting game because, like, if we really break it down, I don't know. I mean, the first 5 games felt like one player had at least one or two hands behind their back, and they really couldn't do much. Game 6, I mean, maybe you could argue, and Mark maybe going a bit too risky on. Well, actually, no. I guess Mark just didn't get much of Draw City to work to go in his favor. I mean, I think with the Draw City, it's like if we assume that. Actually, hold on, Rana, did you get those 2+4s at the start?
Yeah, the 2+4s at the start were from the +2 Mark threw down in game 1. So
Well, yeah, but for Game 6
oh,
though,
for game 6, yeah.
because I know Rana had two, but did you like have them from the start? I was gonna say like I think that was just a game where the draws worked in Rana's favor. Like that could have been anyone's game. It just so happened that Rana got some draws that were clearly better than Mark's, and so I think that was just kind of there was more control, but I guess not much control that Mark could really make out of. It's just kind of like okay, well. Oh yeah, that's also interesting because one of the +4 there were only 3+4s in the deck with the first one already being used. So Ronald really getting lucky up from those draws. So honestly, that's just that's very interesting. Just unfortunate, like to see Mark just not getting the short end of the stick. Some of those +2s giving Rana exactly what she needs and momentum shit, and then momentum from that momentum you couldn't really stop her. So I think for Mark, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to understand when to be careful about throwing down +2s, because you kind of just have to. Because in some games it's going to work, and in other games it's not going to work. And to determine when it's going to work is kind of near impossible, especially at the beginning of the game. So it's really just like you gotta commit to a move, and then if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And you know, Mark is a very accepting player. He's not he's you know he doesn't take losses hard, which I think is a good mentality. Being like, okay, I lost this. I mean, I can come back next tournament. It's fine. So really, I'm sure he can come back from this. But I think Rana definitely needed a good run. Because I think the last time she had one was T3 of last year.
Yeah, T3,
And
that she made the regional finals in that one, so
yeah. So I think she was definitely looking for one after kind of losing in round one a lot of the times, definitely getting tired of it and finally finding a breakout. I think this is her tournament that if she wants to put herself into maybe an LCQ spot or maybe even the championship, this could be the one tournament she has a chance to do so. You don't get many opportunities like this. And this is a testament to both divisions. I feel like you can get like especially in D1, almost every player is capable of winning there. Arguably every player is capable of winning. Um, if all it takes is things to go in your favor, and you can get a big run. And so when you start getting that run to maybe getting to the Sweet 16, Elite 8, you now have to start thinking this could be the one chance to actually like win a tournament. Like, and you have to have that mentality because you can have this big run, but you don't know if you're going to get this run again. So you really have to play your absolute best going into this next round if you're in Rana's spot. And if she can do that against Pikachu or Emmy, that'll be also another huge win because those two players have been pretty good. Good bounce back, or Pikachu a good bounce back from T1. We'll see if he can make it past Emmy, and then Emmy just barely losing to Ridley, I believe, the last tournament. So I mean, she still has some good tactics from her. So it's gonna be a tough opponent either way, but this could be Rana's big run that she's looking for. We'll see if she can um make a run happen.
all right, well, that'll do it for us for today, but we'll take a look at tomorrow's schedule here. Quite the slate we have. We'll start things off at 12:30 p.m. with Taco Shadowhunter, the rematch there. Shadowhunter looking for some redemption after losing to Taco last tournament. Taco looking to make it 2-0 and keep Shadow down as he looks to help his chances at another run here as the top seed. And as we mentioned before, 2:30 p.m. Rana will be facing the winner of this one, Amazing Pikachu Emmy. That'll be a great match to watch out for. Massive clash of styles there. We'll see who gets the job done in that one. Both definitely could use the win here, so both will be going at it with all their might. And then 3 p.m., bit of a doubleheader. King of Red, Sky in the Arrow region. Both will be heading into that one with the hopes of a win. King of Red in a qualification match. If he wins this match, he will be locked into the LCQ and make the playoffs. So he's looking to get that done right away and not have to risk it on Tournament 3 and Tournament 4. Sky got their first one of the season last round, so they're hoping to go up to 2. And then Bow region, Jamie Cage's 2 low seeds. Jamie had a good showing in the opening round, looking to go on a run here. In Cage's, one of the new players, had a really great showing against Clint Green in his first round matchup. He looks to get on a run and have a similar breakout, similar to some of the rookies we've seen in the past. And then finally wrapping up the day in the D-Flex region, only match from region for the day, going to be Myhill Arnhem at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's shaping up to be a good match. Myhill been one of the more consistent players across UUL and even at points MRE. Had a good start to the season in February and also got a win off his on his belt in the opening round here. And then Arnhem, who's had a lot of success in MITS. Been a mixed bag so far in MRE, but they are up to 2 wins here on the season, so they're hoping to be able to make it 3 and pull off the big upset, similar to what Rana did today. That'll do it for us here. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm hearing a lot of loud scratching from the chair, which means I should probably wrap this up soon. But we will close it out with the outro here. But on behalf of everyone who came to watch and the commission team, thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow for a large action-packed slate of Uno action for D2. But until then, have a great day, everyone.
This has been a presentation of MRE UNO, Division 2.